I just finished watching the 2025 Cincinnati Open, and besides the courts and camera angles being absolute horseshit, there was one thing that stood out even more, and that's how terrible the outfits are becoming. By the way, this isn't just from Cincinnati. I noticed this at the Australian Open, at Roland Garros. Wimbledon gets a pass because they're forced to wear all white. And look, I know there isn't anything technical about tennis outfits. It's not like Michael Phelps' NASA engineered Speedo that got banned for being too effective, right? I get that tennis outfits won't outright win you a match, but what a player wears, that matters, and it changes how the sport feels. It's not like drip has completely disappeared. I know half the tour looks like they're sponsored by Costco, but there was a time in the last decade where Nadal in 2022 for Indian Wells was Goku. Federer, you know, he literally invented dark mode at 2007 with Dark Federer. And then to show the WTA some love, you know, Serena pulled up in a denim skirt, black cat suit, and even a tutu in 2018, I think. Then there's Naomi Osaka. Man, like, she just looks cool every time I see her play. You know, that's pretty good. The New Balance is doing a lot with Coco at the moment. When I saw her live, it felt like seeing an A-list celebrity. I haven't felt that looking at a tennis player in a while. Like, maybe drip isn't dead everywhere, but it's definitely on life support. Then came this thing I like to call the athleisure apocalypse, right? Nike and Adidas kind of stopped experimenting. Now, half the draw looks like they're corporate interns in this Moisture Wick Uniqlo Airism polo, right? It's the same shirt every year, but just a slightly different shade of blue or grey. And you know what? Our top two male players right now are sponsored by Nike, right? Or Nike. They decided to dress one like a schoolboy and the other looks like he's raided his brother's closet, you know, and not in like a cool retro way. And here's the problem. Nike and Adidas, for some reason, just started copy and pasting shit. They design a shirt, it feels like they've rolled a dice on 3 colors, and suddenly 10 different players are all dressed like NPCs in Tennis Clash. I mean, look at the Cincinnati finals. You have 2 guys in the same court, literally wearing the same shade of blue. On a court, ready for this, that's also blue. Who greenlit this, right? I think what annoys me the most is that brands try to pass it off as like this new clean design. No, dude, it's just lazy, right? It's like fashion by spreadsheet. And here's why it actually matters, okay? Tennis is a performance-based sport, alright? And outfits used to be part of that performance. Clothes affect confidence, alright? You don't go to the gym looking like shit. You go there, you dress well, you feel good in your workout. Same thing in tennis, right? Clothes can also intimidate people, right? Going back to Federer, his all black in 2007 US Open, he looked angry. Like, it was literally intimidation. And he looked elegant doing it too. Like, if you go back and watch any highlight from 2007, he looked so angry and the fit just made sense. Serena, I don't know what she's doing, but she looked badass in her catsuit, right? It was like 2 steps forward for the WTA. I don't even know. I'm not that big into women's fashion or anything like that, but that, again, statement piece. When everybody looks the same, the sport loses its personality, right? It loses its edge. Like, style isn't just about looking good. It was about feeling like a main character on court. Like, that's what they should be, right? You watch 2 players play. They are the main characters. It's literally pointing to a arena with them, or 4 for doubles, right? But you get the point. If you're just watching them, they should be the center of attention. I don't want to see the center of attention be blue and dark gray, and it's so boring. It's upsetting. It actually infuriated me watching it, right? And that's the tragedy, because tennis outfits used to say something before the ball was hit. But now, most players, their drip died with their sponsorship contract. So, is tennis style dead? Maybe. I don't know. But maybe it's just waiting for the next player, you know, bold enough to risk looking ridiculous. Because honestly, if you're going to lose 6-0, at least lose in style, yeah? Except for you on. I see you trying out there. Please sponsor me.